Yes.
Um, Hello, my name is video2622387268. For this project, we are going to be focusing on the Anderson Craft Ales Brewery. Next slide, please. So this brewery was founded in the year 2016. However, the story dates back to 2005 when Gavin was 19. Gavin developed this obsession with brewing and craft beer after receiving a home brewing kit for Christmas that year from his father. Volunteering at a local microbrewery, Gavin realized that brewing was more than a hobby. He spent the next 2 years as a head brewer at a newly opened microbrewer, which brought him great success since he won a National Professional Brewing Award, 4 regional awards, and several medals at local competitions. Founded by Gavin and his father, Anderson Craft Ales is currently 100% family owned and independent. The brewery brews out of London and takes pride in crafting small batch, handcrafted premium beers without compromise. The business itself is located in London with a company size of 2 to 10 employees and a revenue of less than $5 million. Next slide, please. So for the industry overview, beer has been a significant element in the identity of Canada since its introduction in the 17th century by the European settlers. As of 2020, there are 1,144 establishments with up to 99 employees. More than 90% of breweries in Canada are small local operations producing less than 15,000 hectoliters a year. While beer remains the alcoholic beverage of choice for Canadians in 2019 and 2020, accounting for 38.1% of total alcohol sales, it lost 1.6% of its market share to wine, spirits, and ciders and coolers. This decrease in beer sales can be seen in the graph on the right, which is showcasing the sales from the year 2008 to 2020. In 2020, Canada produced approximately 17.86 million hectoliters of beer, and in December 2020, the gross domestic product for the brewery sector stood at around 3.75 billion Canadian dollars. To add on, the average revenue for the craft beer industry in Canada is $927,000. Finally, the diagram on the bottom left showcases the number of licensed breweries in Canada by region as of December 2020, with Ontario leading at 269 licensed breweries, which also comprises of London, the region being analyzed. I will now pass it on to Akash, who will explain the stage in the product life cycle.
Thank you, Ruxa. Further this question, I would like to make it a profound analysis of the company product life cycle stages. That is, Anderson Craft Ales beer is currently at the maturity stage in the product life cycle, as it has created brand awareness for its product and services, including both canned beer and tap beside food. The company uses top quality ingredients to produce top quality beer, all available in cans and on draft, among other products that have gained great awareness among its consumers. To further increase brand awareness, unlike its major competitors, the company has partnered with Fork River Brewing Company to enhance its brand awareness while increasing its market share. This consideration have encased Anderson Craft Ale brand resonance significantly, in part providing it with a competitive advantage over its competitors. Henceforth, it must be noted that there will be a slowdown in sales growth eventually, since most potential customers have accepted the product. They have their own vehicle distribution, 19 years of business existence. Therefore, to prevent the product from moving on to the decline stage, various strategies can be implemented to boost sales. For example, they may adopt more intensive distribution of the product and use advertising campaign to emphasize on the benefits and brand differences of the company. And now I'll leave the floor to Martins to continue.
Okay, so would be going through with the diffusion of innovation models. For craft beer markets, the innovation model follows the early adopters model, where the people are comfortable around change and digesting new ideas. And this is majorly because of the nature of the business. Like every other industry, the beer industry has changed over time. Here in London, Ontario, as Ruxa and Akash stated, the demand for beer is reducing, and which would affect the value, the quality, and the price would be basically determined by the competition, and customers' allegiance would shift. In order to keep customers, they need to recognize that change is inevitable. In London, Ontario, the major players in the craft brewery business is majorly the Powerhouse Brewing Company, Storm State Brewing Company, London Brewing Cooperative, Tobaggan Brewing Cooperative, Curly Brewing Company, Forked River Brewing Company, Labatt Brewery, and Labatt Brewery. The three major ones being the Powerhouse Brewing Company, the Milo's Craft Beer Emporium, Storm State Brewing Company, and London Brewing Cooperative. So the beer brewing company in Canada faced various challenges externally during COVID-19 in 2020. Some of them were with the influx of new breweries, the market was basically becoming congested. According to the Canadian Craft Brewers Association, there are 105 active craft brewers in Canada, with another 895 expected in the future. Overcrowding the potential to jeopardize the stability and profitability of both the new and established breweries. Although beer still makes up for nearly 40% of the total sales in Canada, statistics from Statistics Canada suggest that wine and spirits are becoming more popular. According to Beer Canada, beer sales has decreased by 4% since 2019. Breweries are almost encouraged to stay small due to provincial tax and regulatory considerations. Ontario, for example, has a tax scheme that will punish brewers if they choose to go for bigger scale breweries. So smaller breweries means less availability of beer. And with that, I'll pass it on to Akisha.
Thank you, Martin. Right, because consumer behavior is a study of the elements that influences individual purchasing decisions, including environmental, psychological, and societal factors. Consumers make purchases for different reasons, and marketers term these as impulse, shopping, and specialty. Each shows whether the involvement is low, medium, or high, respectively. Craft beer, I would say, is on the specialty side because of its unique characteristics and loyalty brand. They tend to give quality and value for money. Consumers, in this sense, know that they want to buy this craft beer. Anderson's offer a certain type of meal for each beer, which complements its awareness. According to the Maslow hierarchy of needs, they will fall under self-esteem and respect because customers at this point have already met their basic needs and are at a level where they can spend money on leisure. The product is definitely meeting the needs of persons in this category because individuals are surrounded by great ambience, quality food, and beer in the mix. They get their money's worth. Thank you.
So in the channel analysis section, we are going to discuss about the channel strategies that is used by the main competitors of this Anderson Craft Ale company. So we already seen that there are more than 5 competitors in this industry. So we identified the top 3 competitors, which is the Toboggan Brewing Company, Fox River Brewing Company, and the Storm State Brewing Company. While looking through the Toboggan Brewing Company, it is one of the oldest breweries in London, Ontario. And the specialty of it is that they adopted the tactics used in this company is that they used both the push and pull method. That is, they had this advertisement to convince consumers and this free sample, then quantity and price drops. So this all attracted consumers, and they have had a good impact in the market, and they had a good revenue. So also about talking about the intensity of distribution, they had exclusive and selective distribution. One of the main attraction of this company is that they produced exclusive craft beers, which is the main product they have. So it had a good impact. So when we go to the next slide, it is the Forked River Brewing Company and the Storm State Brewing Company. While talking about the Storm State Brewing Company, they mainly focused on the quality, so other than price. So it also focused on this push technique. That is, they attracted more and more consumers by this technique. So while having only selective distribution in the particular London area, they used only this direct own pubs and retail methods of distribution channel. In their website, we can easily access the online products, and customers find it easily to adapt. So the next is this Fox River Brewery Company. It was the latest company while comparing the other 3 companies. So it's, even though it is a new company, their strategy, that is the pull strategy, had a major impact, and it attracted more and more consumers. So while thinking about our company, Anderson Craft Ale Company, they adopted this pull technique only. While comparing to this toboggan company, if they adopt like that, they could have more and more investment, and they could have if they could have invested more in branding, they could have more and more stores in other parts of London, so that it can easily adopt to the high market shares. So that's the point. Thank you.
Yeah, in the competitor analysis section, I have gathered data from across the internet and primary research. So our companies, Anderson Craft Alice, and our competitors are Milo's Craft Beer, London Brewing, and Folk River Brewing Company. So according to this table, this table suggests that companies are implementing product strategies, mainly Milo's Craft Beer using cost leadership and differentiation strategies. Milo set the price for $13.50, and it seems to be working because they have the highest revenue of 7 million, and they seem to attract more customers than any other competitors. For our Anderson company, they have also less product price, but they're declining in the quality of the product. That's why they are not much in revenue, because Folk River also uses differentiation but not able to gain market share, and they record least revenue. Next slide. So in this perceptual map tells that London's brewing is well positioned and financially effective, and seems to have battled with Anderson in terms of quality. If you see the graph, Anderson and London Brewing Company are very close to each other in this perceptual map. This suggests that there is a competition between 2 companies. What Anderson can do is to increase the product quality or decrease the product price, and they can gain the market share. What London Brewing Company can do is increase the investment in digital marketing and reduce the price a little, and it will help gain the market to compete with the Milo's Brewing Company. Folk River does not dominate market share, mainly due to high quality and price of the product. Both of the quality and the price of products are so high for the Folk River that the customer doesn't want to spend more money on the Folk River company. So Milo's have the highest market share among all other competitors. Next slide, please. So in this strategy canvas graph, illustrate that this graph has been made comparison between 4 brewing companies which are already listed above. So the most established companies are Milo's Craft, Emporium, and London Brewing Cooperative. Even though Anderson is the most established company, but it has less market share. That is why it is not considered as a well-established company. If you see in the graphs, competitive market size, Fox Brewing has the largest price value among the competitors, resulting in the least effective in the end. However, buyers appears to pay more attention to Milo's Cup because of its low prices and high qualities. The strategy seems to work for the Milo's, and its efficiency also is greater than other competitors. So the Anderson Craft value is the smallest market size among all other competitors, but it is not the least effective, as seen in the graph. In the conclusion, so whatever the strategies we make before applying it, we have to consider the product price and product quality, and and we have to consider the demographics and infographics of the region, and then we have to apply the decisions whenever we have to apply it. So in that way, we can increase our market share and put our strategies in the place perfectly, and we can expand our brand, expand our company very well. That's it. Thank you.